Leo, how you doing? So I've got a song for you that will get on your nerves, but I keep hearing "Back to the Garden." Back to the garden. Joni Mitchell. So Joe, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Anybody beginning with J or Joan or Jody or Joan. But back to the garden. Something like we're all going to have to go back to the garden and spend some time in the garden. I definitely keep hearing for a lot of you, or you're spending a hell of a lot of time in the garden, like gardening, doing paperwork. I'm also hearing doing paperwork or doing something on paper. I don't know. But I definitely keep hearing like we're spending a hell of a lot of time in the garden, or we're all going to meet up in the garden. Okay, so a lot of you are going to a gardening centre and you're buying a load of things like plants, vegetables and stuff like that. I keep hearing for a lot of you. Spending time in the garden or doing the garden up. Something here of a message for you, Leo, is obviously around the garden. I hear in the garden square market, something to do with the market.com or Dominic or Dom or Donna. And we are going to a market stall and possibly looking at plants and vegetables or something like that. Or you've got like a really big... like a big marrow or something like that, and we're going to one of these events where I'm going to show off all of my gardening skills or something like that. But then I'm also hearing some kind of we gather here today. So I definitely keep hearing Whack-A-Day or Timmy or Tim or Timothy or like Timmy Mallet. But we gather here today, or Silver's pussy, something to do with silver and a mallet, silver mallet. Some of you might be going to court, or you might be going to an auction yard. That's also a yard, like an auction yard, and auctioning off a piece of land or something. You might be thinking about buying a bit of land and it's being auctioned off, or something is, or you go to a lot of auctions. I definitely keep hearing for a lot of you something to do with an exhaust pipe, something to do with around maybe a crack pipe. Someone could be on drugs, or there could be an energy of Life Path 7 or a Cancerian for a lot of you. But I definitely keep hearing that there is something around that we gather here today. So, or the name Colin or Day, and we gather here today to give thanks or memorial to. Now, some of you, I don't know what you do in America, but like Thanksgiving, that's gone, isn't it? Or something like that, where you all end up eating a load of food, and I'm picking up like a food market or a stall or stuff where there's loads of food, and there's vegetables, plants, market, stalls, all of this kind of stuff. So you might be looking around one. But I'm also hearing that this kind of stuff is also in a marquee. Like there's a huge tent, okay, and a big marquee with like loads of, like a festival as such. So you could be going to a festival, or this could actually be in your garden, and you have like a huge marquee in your garden, and then you're kind of like, just like, that kind of stuff is really what I keep picking up for you, Leo. But I do also keep hearing, though, that there is something like we gather here today with family all around the garden for some reason. Now, is it to do with like a 60th birthday party, or unfortunately Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn could be involved, or around the party, of like this 4 weddings and a funeral, and we gather here today in order to give our condolences to, or we gather here today in order to give thanks. You know, I really do keep picking up like a gathering of family for a certain person, like for a person, like it's a couple getting married or a wedding, and then, or you could have all these kind of things going on like around you at this moment, right? Or Andrew, I keep hearing Andrea or Andrew. Okay, but like we gather here today in order for someone's 60th birthday party, or like silver wedding anniversary, and we've been married for that long, or we're getting married. And then there's also like a wedding, there's a funeral energy that is also here. But like, say like you've got a very busy month, okay, and like, you know, you've got a wedding, you've got a funeral probably, and then you've got like a family birthday where it's someone's birthday party, and you've kind of got like all of these gatherings of family where they all end up kind of coming together for certain reasons. Like, you know, Reese, I'm also picking up Reese, Rihanna, Ricky. Yeah, what else have I got? What else have we got for Leo? Scott, someone's hearing Scott, or someone from Scotland, or you might be travelling, could be from up north. But But yeah, I definitely keep hearing like we gather here today in order to give our thanks and condolences or congratulations to, like it might be where you are invited to go, because I'm definitely picking up some of you invited to go to a wedding, okay, and we're all gathering together as friends and family, and we've come here in order to celebrate their wedding. Excuse me. And that's all I seem to have for you, Leo, at the moment, is gathering. Gavin, the name Gavin, Stacey, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, Cassandra. What else have we got for Leo? Let's just keep saying that. We gather here today in order to give our thanks and congratulations, the Medal of Honor, or a medal, or Madeline. The name Madeline. Okay, so wasn't Madeline someone that was on the news a little while ago that got took away, that got kidnapped? Okay, so like Madeline. It's like the anniversary of someone's death, or the anniversary of someone's wedding, or like Ruby, or like Ruby wedding, Ruby anniversary, or something like that. And I keep hearing cross comparisons of like anniversary nursery. Like a nursery is also where they embed plants and like garden centres and plants. And like I want a certain tree planted. Like we're going to plant a tree and then another tree, okay? Or we're going to plant a tree in the honour of someone, and by the time it would have grown, and like I don't know if it'd be a grave site that you're visiting or something, and you're putting like a plant down or a tree down or something. Or you're like, I keep picking up like people like in Scotland and stuff like that. You can buy a piece of land in Scotland and you can become an earl or a king of, you can change your name by. I'm also hearing some of you might need to want to change your name by Depol or something like that. Change my name. Well, if you were changing your name, that would mean that you're getting married, right? So I need to change my name. There is some kind of document or piece of paper that needs someone to change their name on it. I don't know what that is for. Connett, Michael? Or like I need to change my name and I need to put a different name on there. But is that because of a wedding or something? Or is it a will and a certificate or something like that, and we need to change the name on the piece of paper that we've got? It could be like, say that there was a will at one point and it needs to be changed. Like we need to change the will and now someone's name needs to... Oh, okay. I think I've got what they're kind of saying. I think they're kind of saying that there may be a funeral or something here, or someone that may have passed in the past. Okay. So I can't really give you a timeline there. But like a will needs to be changed because the person is no longer with us. Okay, and I need to now look at my will because someone may have passed on, and I need to change my will and take the person off it because they are no longer present. Okay, is really what I keep picking up. And then I also keep picking up like birthday parties and also a wedding. So that might be why I'm kind of slightly getting confused, because there's like a lot going on around your energy of like birthdays, parties, organising, shopping. Okay, if you're coming from the Virgo reading that I just did, Leo, Virgo reading, they actually had that on their scribbled message here, where it was to do with a running man, a Cancerian energy, and going to buy a t-shirt. Okay, but you just have to watch that one. But like going out shopping, for some reason I keep picking up ghosts around you here. Ghosts like Elijah, Lee, Laura, Lucifer, maybe being ghost, and that could be something to do with your sorry. Any of that, sorry. Because it's kind of like I keep picking up like these ghosts around all of these kind of... I've been doing this for a little while, okay. And I keep picking up all these blotches and these like ghosts all around. So I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm kind of seeing here. But like all these ghosts, all these like people that are around you here. So it might be where you're kind of doing some sort of like esoteric channeling or something, and you're like, or it's just a ghost, Elijah. Yeah, because even here, look, Let me outline this for you of what I'm kind of picking up of a sign. You probably can't see it now. Something that's here is kind of like a ghost energy, like someone, like I said, it could be a funeral and a wedding type sort of thing, and there's going to be people that are all gathering, is what I'm kind of picking up. Like, I know that isn't what I've just been doing here, but what it feels like is a message for you, Leo, that there are like loads of white pieces here, basically. Like, so this is how I'm sort of channeling, right? All these little white pieces here. Okay, they're kind of, my vision is showing me that there's a skull there. Okay, a skull. Can you see that? If I turn it up, there's someone that's wearing glasses and a skull energy. So Scully. Mulder, Scully, X-Files. You might be watching X-Files, Mulder and Scully. I don't know why, or your ex might be there or something. Okay, you're dealing with an ex, and then we start to get to your love life energy. But I'm kind of picking up this energy of people gathering together because of like the loss of someone, right? And then all of these souls, they're kind of all gathering together around you. And they're kind of like, it might be, like I said, a funeral or a wedding even, and the loved ones are all going to be there in order to give thanks and so on and so forth. So I'm definitely picking up an energy of a funeral, though, that is for sure. And these are families that are all coming together, but this is also me when if you've never found this channel, I kind of esoterically scribe. I also channel without pen and paper, with cards, without cards, and then we do look into your cards. Okay, but I want to get onto this one in a second. But there is something here where they're trying to pinpoint, because this is what I just did for you. Okay, so some of you might be drawing or arts, looking at photographs and something to do with trying to find photographs or something like, or there's going to be a load of photographs that are taken at this organisation, this party, or this. It could be a wedding, could be a funeral. I really do keep picking up those kind of energies, because this has been coming up for a while through the monthlies. If you've been watching me for a while, or if you're on my Patron, you probably would have to have been on Patron. But what they're kind of saying to me is they're pinpointing all of these ghosts and all of these people gathering together around a certain gravesite, a wedding, or a possible funeral. Okay, yeah, and that's what they're getting me to look at. What is that? That is something there. It's kind of like, some of you might be interested in skulls, because I kind of see this as like a pair of sunglasses, or someone that's wearing glasses like myself. Okay, I like it being a skull here. A skull from Alaska, or Alas, someone from up north. Yeah, that really is a person that is in that shadow there. Did someone that you know or know of wear glasses? They wear glasses. I don't know. Sorry, yours are not as clear as the other couple of readings that I've done. What was it that I came out with you here? Let's see. I don't know. I think your message is coming through of the channeled stuff, and then the actual drawing itself is kind of come through as the gathering of the collective stuff that I've been doing. Each time I've been doing a reading, we've been doing different pictures, different channeling, different stuff. Some of them have been showing me pictures of channeled stuff, and I think yours is a collective energy of the last 2 or 3 readings that I may have done, okay, and then this is the gathering of those spirits and the deceased loved ones that are all kind of gathering around, because yours was back to the garden, and we're all going to go back to the garden, and blah blah blah, we're all meeting up, okay, or the family are all meeting up, or we're all gathering here today to give thanks, or to, you know, your channel stuff. And I think the esoteric scribed picture of your channel message was all of those souls gathering together at this time as well. Okay, so they're also people that you know of, and then also past and present. Okay, it's really what message that I keep picking up for you guys. Okay, so if you haven't seen the channel before, you'll probably find me very strange or very weird. You can also watch this as a Leo, which we are doing, but also an Aquarian, because we do numerology. On top of Leo card, okay, is also an 8, and then so is Aquarius, also an 8. So from the aspect of Life Path 8, Leo, Aquarius, you can probably get the same kind of messages out of each reading that I do that represents those numbers. If you've got absolutely no idea, you'll need to join my teaching tier for channeling, scribing, all sorts of stuff, okay, where we also go over numerology and numbers and all kinds of things. Okay, so here we go. Steve. If I say thing, you say Steve could be involved also. You know, is Steve or someone else is called Stephen. So let's see. Leo. What has Leo got coming up, please, today? So we're starting for today. Sorry, there's loads to go through, Leo. Because it's the 18th and it's not quite the end of the month, it will go over to Patron, which is the monthlies, but we start off from basically today, okay? I will explain towards the end. I'm also hearing Kevin, or Kaylee, or K, someone that drinks K, skull, or K, like lager, skull lager, or K. K is a very strong, it's not actually beer, it's cider. It's kind of like beer and cider. Beer is inside her. Really? It's inside her. What is it? Baby? It's inside her. Cider. Suicide. What is this about suicide, man? It came up in the last one. I'm going to have to move on, Leo. Okay, let's see. Leo. What's Leo got coming up, please? Leo. So 10 of Cups, you could be with a Pisces or a Libra, number 2. Some of you, you might need to flush it or something, like feel flushed, very flushed. Someone could be very, like I said, they've got a lot of money, Jenny, okay? Very flushed. They could own their own business or their own company. This is also a shop owner and a shopkeeper. I'm hearing the 1% prophecy or profit margins, something to do with that, and looking at the margin of profit. How much profit am I making? Or someone makes a hell of a lot of money and a very good profit, okay? Or you are a prophecy of some kind, right? But I'm hearing shopkeeper, the timekeeper, and the 1% profit. Okay, it was a video that I actually made a while back, which was part of the teaching thing. But yeah, I definitely keep hearing like a shop owner or a donor, or like I'm going to make a donation. As long as you don't think it's the trash, Ash. But like donation. Well, I thought it was the trash. Or we're looking for donations. Okay. It might be for me that has to pay off my £100 bill. Don't worry about it. You have to watch the last reading. Yeah, some of you here, like I said, there's a gathering because it could be a wedding. Justice can be wedding because it could be like going to court, but it can also be religious. Okay. So something there about religion. Mark religion or religion. Losing my religion. REM, a Virgo. I'm trying to keep an eye on you, but I don't know if I can do it. Someone's trying to stop spying on someone or keep trying to stop to keep their eye on somebody. You'll really need to watch the Virgo reading if you've got 9s or anybody like that, because there was a lot of spying. Because I'm keeping an eye on you. I'm keeping an eye on you because I think you're mine or you are mine. Some of you are definitely in a relationship. You've got the King of Wands, which is normally yourselves, but Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries 4/Scorpio, and so on and so forth. You're in a love life, majority of you here. There is something here of what I'm hearing that somebody thinks that it's unfair or that there is an affair. Now, someone here is definitely in a relationship and married, more than likely. Okay, Lee, Laura, Lucy, Louise. If they're not married, they are pretty much like common law man and wife. Okay, they've been living together or been in a long-term relationship for a very long time. Okay, but I definitely keep hearing this. I find it very unfair. Or I think they're having an affair. What is that? I think they're having an affair. Let's see. Leo, what's coming up for Leo, please? Leo. 4 of Cups. You see, I feel this very strange energy around you where I keep going back to I think they are. I think this is happening. I think that it is. But I don't know. But yeah, but no, but yeah, but computer says no. Like kind of no, but sort of no, maybe sort of yeah, but when? Well, kind of no, sort of kind of no, but maybe whoa, sort of yeah, no. And you're like, fuck, bruv, that makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. The sense that makes none. Okay, so you're like, well, yeah, kind of, but no. Well, maybe, I don't know, kind of, yeah, sort of, don't know. Right, and you're like, well, do you want to or not? And you're like, well, I kind of do, but I don't really want to go. And you're like, well, why don't you want to go? It's kind of like, well, I will out of respect, but I don't really want to. It's kind of like someone's forcing someone to go somewhere or not letting them go. And they're like, look, why don't you come with me? And you're like, do I really have to? And you're like, yes, come on, we're going to go shopping, lads. And you're like, oh, bruv. Or we're going to go out to Boozer, and it's called your mother's lips, right? The dog's tits, the barn's head or whatnot, and like your mother's lips, right? The trouble is, we've got a Boozer over in the UK called your mother's lips. And the trouble is, when you say it to the guys, you're right, boys, we're going up your mother's lips. Yeah, we're all going up there. And they're like, fuck, you ain't all going up my mother's lips. And they're like, bruv, we're all going up your mother's lips. Anyway, but yeah, we have boozers over here called the dog's nuts, the dog's tits, your mother's lips, all sorts of stuff. When you get the old boys, like, boys, you coming over to your mother's lips, and you're like, I ain't going over there. So I don't know. I keep hearing this though, as sorry for the comedic kind of thing, but I keep hearing like, why don't you come over and visit the mother-in-law? And you're like, no, I don't really want to go over there. And you're like, why not? Like, you know, come on. It's like it's your mother. And you're like, do I have to go over there? Or like, come on, we're going to go shopping for lingerie. And you're like, oh, really, bro? Like, why can't like you go over there? You know, you go and do it. Like, here's my credit card, sweetheart. And you go over there and you do it. And you're like, well, no, come on, we're going to go for a day out. And you're like, do I have to walk around all that bougie lingerie shit? You're like, I don't want to. And they're like, go on, just go along with her. What is this about someone saying about mother-in-law, or this is like the father-in-law, mother-in-law situation of like, meet the parents? And you're kind of like, really? Do I have to meet your parents? Or like, I know what they're like. And you're like, don't talk about my mother or father that way. And you're like, well, they're all right, but I just don't really want to be there. And you're like, well, come on, let's go and see me dad or something. You're like, yeah, but they don't like me. And you're like, well, fuck it, you know. It's really what I keep picking up, like a message of someone, like, together, but when the family get together, they're kind of like, sit in the corner and they're like, oh, I really don't fit in here, bruv. And you're like, where's the geezers? And you're like, you're right, bruv, how you getting on? You're like, oh, God, he's about as fucking lively as a ghost himself. You're like, bruv, I really don't fit in here. Like, I really don't seem to fit in. You're like... I mean, is this where the women are trying to get the geezers to go out and buy some lingerie or something? I mean, bruv, I've done it, you know. You walk around as a geezer around lingerie shops and you look like some sort of fucking weirdo pervert. And you're like... God, fucking hell, look. And you know, you pick it up and you have a sniff and you put it back and you think, well... And then people are looking at you as if you're weird, and you're like, well, sweetheart, what do you want? I'm fucking standing here bored shitless. You know, I just want to go and get a burger and a fucking, you know. Like, you make me look at all these, like, stuff, and, like... That's what I do. When I get bored and frustrated like that, it's when I start embarrassing people. I do. Oh, dear. Anyway, so let's see what this actually means instead of just doing the comedy. Divine comedy. Divine living in the UK. Let's see. Leo. The Golden Cup. I'm hearing the Golden Goose, the Dog's Head, the Dog's Nuts. Some of you are going to like boozers and pubs. We're going to the Golden Goose or something. Or we've got geese. Or we need eggs. Something to do with these fucking eggs. Like eggs. Like there's a shortage of eggs, or we need goose eggs. Or like duck eggs or something. Something like that. Duck eggs, goose eggs. Or the egg and basket or something. I don't know. I keep picking up people going around like boozers and pubs. The Dog's Head. There's stuff like that. Like walk the dog. Okay, let's just... What the hell is going on with your reading? I was really hoping I was going to be able to like give you a... That's a message there. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to give you this, but you know, it's kind of like someone wants to give someone a gift, and they're like, well, I was really hoping I was going to be able to give you it face to face. It's kind of like, well, yeah, but can't you just say that it's from me? You're like, well, can't you just come in and give him it yourself? And you're like, well, no, not really. I don't really want to go in there. You know? It's a little bit like that. Like, I don't know, say that there's a wedding or something and there's loads of people who are like, yeah, this is fucking great. And you walk up there with bipolar manic depression and you feel like fucking shit. And you're like, Jesus, that's the last place that I really feel like going in. And you're like, I just, like, sweetheart, can you go in there and give them this cup? And you're like, well, why can't you come in? And you're like, bro, there's too many people there. Like, I feel fucking, like, I really don't want to be around all these people because I feel a bit weird. Like, so, you know, can't you go in there and give him it? And you're like, no, you give him it. You've got to give him it yourself because it's from you. And you're like, well, can't you just sign it? Like, say that it's from me and you do it. It's really what I keep picking up. I don't know what this is pertaining to. Like I said, it could be a card. Like, okay, I've got them a birthday card and I've got them a gift and I've got all that sort of stuff, but I really can't be asked to go. So can you go and you give them it for me and say, there it is, you know, you give them it because I really don't want to turn up. That kind of thing. Like I said, it could be a birthday or something or a wedding and you get asked to go and then when it comes, you're like, fucking hell, everybody's like having a great time and I'm just basically shoved in the corner like a... whatever his name that sings, Colin, is it, I'm in the corner watching you fucking do nothing. And you're like, oh, bruv, I'm just literally just stuck here looking at my phone, like fucking looking at it going, oh, I'm trying to listen to Steve and I've got all these people fucking shouting and screaming and really all I want to do is just watch out, we'll see what this dickhead says. And you're kind of like, hey, dickhead, piss off. Like, no, I, like... Leo, your reading isn't like anybody else's. I've got no idea why. Because there's a love life here. It is definitely here. There are possible chances of third parties that are definitely coming up. Right? It's a party, bruv. It's a party, it's a wedding, or it is a funeral, okay? But it's something that someone does want to go to, or doesn't want to go to, or is or isn't allowed. And I'm like, girls allowed? I don't know. But, like, it's a bit like that as well. Like, Girls Aloud. Like, come on, we're going to go and see Girls Aloud. And you're like, fuck that, bruv. I'd rather go and watch Ozzy Osbourne. And you're like, no, it's Girls Aloud, isn't it? And you're like, fuck, I ain't going to watch that. You go. I'm not going to sit through Girls Aloud. What, really? That's too loud. I don't like Britpop. Like, I just want to... Or Britney Spears. I don't know. But, like, I don't want to go. Like, you go. Didn't she get married, Britney Spears? So someone here could be getting married, I don't know, and you're like, oh, I just can't be doing my meeting your folks, you know, it's just like, it's there as a message. I don't really want to bump into your family members, or I really just don't want, like, to show up and everybody go, ooh, I make a big fuss of me. You know, I just can't be doing with it. And can't you go in and give a bit for me? It's like this cup isn't an offer of love. It's kind of like this cup is actually an object. Like, I've bought your, like, the best dad teacup or something. Or, like, you are everything to me, dad or mum. And, you know, you've got it on a cup. And you're kind of like, can you just go in there and give him it? And it's like, well, why can't you do it? You know. We'll get back to you guys that are just trying to make this offer and you don't know if this person's going to accept it or not. Let's see, Leo. Well, I don't know, because someone's definitely married. They're definitely in a relationship here. Deaf or Steph or someone's very hard of hearing. Or just will not take no for an answer. Okay, like I said, I think, lads, I think a lot of you, if your women are telling you to do something, I think you ain't got a lot of choice, bruv. I think you're just going to have to do it. Okay, you're going to have to bite the bullet, Silver. Okay, and you're just going to have to do it. All right. So if you don't want to go, lads, and you're watching, and your women are going like, listen, you're coming, you're going, you're going, right? Now, for some of you, there's like I said, this is you guys getting married, or there is a marriage, or there's a married couple, or there is a couple here, regardless of what you look at, okay? So it's either you guys or someone else. Now, if you want to relate this to third-party energies that may or may not be here, that was why this card would be here for someone watching tarot card readings on the blower, just trying to watch to find out what's going on. If you're not in a relationship, there is a good chance of an offer that you know that is here, but you may not want it, okay? Or they might not want it. Now, if you're offering to someone that's in a relationship, I don't think they want it because they're in a relationship, right? equitably. Now, if you are a Leo and you're watching and you know that you've got an option here that you know that you could take from this person because they will accept it with... They would probably drink your bathwater, Leo, and they would probably put you on a spit roast and all kinds of shit here. So, you know that there is an offer there for the taking. I just have to be the one that takes it, okay? Now, you can take it any way you like, any shape or form. Some of you just want to take this cup in a different kind of direction and a different kind of meaning, if you know what I'm saying. Right? So I don't know how to take it, but I'm going to take it all the same. Or take you to Spain. I'm also hearing take you to church. I'm going to take you to church. So there's either marriage, relationship, or wedding, or a funeral, possible energy here, but there's no signs of funeral. But I'm channeling it. Okay? Now, if you're not dealing with, like I said, polygamy, and throw your keys in the bowl type sort of, polyamorous stuff, then basically you're just dealing with someone that's in a relationship if you're third-party energies. And if you're not those, you know it could be yourself that has an opportunity to be with someone, and you're talking to them, and you're getting on really well, and it's leading up to the point of where this could well be a long-standing relationship, okay, which is the Hierophant. But majority of you here are in strong commitment relationships already. The Hierophant and Justice are counterparts, which means a couple of marriage, okay, or potential marriage, or someone that you like divorced is a divorcee, okay, but that's counterpart energy. So a very strong couple. What have we done? 31 minutes. Let's see, Leo. Leo, what's Leo got coming up, please? Leo. Why did I not know? I'm also hearing that. 2 5s. Why did I not know? Why did I not already know that? Or I do already know that. Why did I not already know that? It's kind of like someone shocked. Why did I not already hear that? Why did I not know that? Why have I not heard? Oh, it's probably Amber. Probably Amber Heard. I don't know. Why have I not heard before? Why did I not hear about this before? It's kind of like some people are telling some people but not telling others. And some are missing out. And they're like, well, why didn't I hear about this before? Why didn't you tell me before it happened? Somebody here is still getting over an X energy. Okay, and it could be a Virgo could be involved because I'm picking up the 5 and the 4 of Cups, which is a 9. So a Virgo somewhere could be involved in this, like the Virgo, when I did the Virgo reading and other readings, through channeled stuff, I said that there was a Pacific Virgo here that was really struggling to be found, or found out, or grieving through something, or it was a cross comparison of a paradox number of 2 Virgos, or life path 9s. And the channeled message started off that it is either them or you that is grieving over the loss of a loved one or the love relationship or both of them and all of the above. But a Virgo is definitely involved in this energy here, or the placement of Virgo. Okay, and that is like feeling down and everything else and not feeling great because of stuff that's kind of going on. That could also be a representation of a relationship as well, because right in between the other 5 is Taurus. So it means that someone is already in a relationship and they're taken. Okay, so that relates to a love life energy that is here of an X energy. Okay, and then there's also the loss of, like I said, it could be a loved one here, because this is a 4, like Scorpio energy as well. So and then some of you that, like I said, Leo, you could have all of the above of these type sort of things kind of going on, because there is grief here. Okay, there's grief. But there's also very codependent energies around you as well, which are like dark energies. Okay. I don't know why I keep picking hero. Hero. Like, I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be tough and he's gotta be last the ride. Yeah, so I'm picking up signs of ex-person, ex-relationship still holding on, somebody that's also grieving over the loss of a loved one. Now that's either physical, metaphysical, or both. Okay, and then some of you, you've got an energy of your love life being here, present, and then some of you have got a love life of possibility that's here, and you know you could take it, you just have to take it. But I don't think you want to, because I think that you're still grieving over the loss of an ex, and you're not quite up for being in a relationship yet. You just know that there is a chance that you can be with someone, but you're kind of entertaining the idea as such, Leo, I think, or they are. But entertaining the idea of that this could be a relationship, but it's kind of like you don't want to turn them down, but you also don't really want it. Like, you're not ready for a relationship yet. You're still kind of, in a way, grieving over something and blah, 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 and you're not kind of ready to move on and away from someone yet. Now, if this isn't you, it could be them. Like I said, it could be them. You know, that is with someone or is not prepared to be with someone because they just want to be, you want to be on your own, or they do. Because there's an energy here that someone just wants leaving alone, okay? And I just want you to leave me alone. Could be Michael Jackson. Anyway, so there you go. That's what I've got for you so far, Virgo. Sorry, you're dealing with a Virgo as well. Leo, it is for you guys. Okay, sorry it's been a little bit beat. I've been struggling to try and get through to your energy. But I think we kind of got there in the end after having a bit of a laugh. Okay, so if you want to join, okay, this goes to both tiers because I'm going to start to do your July 2022 now, okay, because I'm going to do a full spread and then clarify everything. That'll give me a general overview and look at what you've got coming up for July 2022, because this is the kind of stuff that you've got coming up, but time can never be predicted, so it's kind of now till then, and then we go on. So it goes to the first tier, which is like $3 or $4 and you get 2 monthlies, but that's all you get on there, okay, but it's not very much money, but that's what you get, 2 monthlies. I also run the weeklies and monthly tarot, which is where everything that you see that comes out on here as a weekly, if it does, the extended goes to you to Patron on the full extended bundle. If it doesn't appear over here, that's because I've done a week load of readings for everybody and just put them over there, but I can never really tell you what I'm going to be doing each month. So you just need to be a part of it, okay? You don't have to be. And then I also got the teaching tier, where I teach people about all kinds of stuff, okay? You'll see videos that pop up now and again that will say, last one was teaching the Karmic virus awakening, and it was a 5-minute snippet and telling you about what I'm teaching. And if you're interested in it, then the link below is for Patreon, and it offers you different tiers, and it tells you all about it below, okay? So if you want to join, please make sure you click on the link below, and I will see you over there or next time.